Hi everyone, it's Zohra. And this week's video is unique and different than my other YouTube videos because this is a serious video about a serious topic. And this is very serious because it has come to the point where this has come too far. Today I will be telling you my bullying story, or my bullying stories of all of my past and current experiences of when I have gotten bullied and when I'm getting bullied. First of all, before I start this video, I would like to say that if you or someone you know who has gotten bullied or who is currently getting bullied now, please tell an adult that you trust. And also, if you are getting any kind of harmful thoughts or suicidal thoughts of hurting yourself or others, or killing yourself or others, or that person you know that may also have those thoughts of hurting or killing themselves, or also hurting or killing others, please tell an adult that you trust and let them know to tell an adult that they trust as well. You all should know that you are being loved and welcomed and accepted for who and what you are. You just have to find those people and surround yourselves around them and have a positive support system. Find those people that will love you and accept you for who and what you are, because there are people awaiting to be your friend and also awaiting to support you if you ever need help. If you ever feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, you know you could always come up to me and talk to me, because I'm always here for you, no matter what. And you always have someone to talk to you as well whenever you need someone to talk to. I just feel like that is very important to be put out there. Now, let's get started into the video, shall we? Okay, so these stories are very true, so I am telling you based off on what I have went through in the past and what I am going through now. I have been bullied all my life, and I'm still currently getting bullied, believe it or not. And I know it's part of life, but I mean, people bully each other because like they're either like insecure. I mean, we get it, everyone has insecurities, and also they might be jealous of like the artworks that you have and the talents that you create, and that you're always good looking or that you have more than others. But that is the hardest thing that I've learned, and I've come to realize the hardest way. And I just actually realized that now, because like ever since I've been getting bullied, I never realized that until like literally like right now. I've always wanted to do this video, and now I finally got the chance to do it. So I'm really, I wouldn't say excited, but I'm really like happy that I'm starting this video. Okay, so now with my stories. First off, like when I was in elementary school, I was getting bullied a lot. Like I would just say that like I was poor. Like I would always wear the same clothes to school every day. I would like have a bad odor, and I would have like bad hygiene problems at the time, so like I would like wear dirty socks and like wear the same exact shoes every time, and I would just like not brush my teeth because I didn't know how to do it at the time, and I don't know how to do my hair at the time, so I would have messy hairs. Like currently I would have bad hair days a lot. And then also like whenever I would sit next to someone or stand next to someone, then they would get up and sit next to someone else, or stand next to someone else. And that would affect me, because in my mind I would be like, oh my god, why are they getting up? Why are they standing up? Why are they going to someone else or somewhere else? Is it me or is it them? What is it? And then I would have those questions in my mind. I had those thoughts. And also like whenever like I would like try to like talk to someone, they would move somewhere else to talk to someone else, or they would be like they couldn't talk to me. And then whenever like a person was talking to someone in their ear, like spreading like secrets or rumors or gossiping to someone else's ear, and then there are like two or more people talking to each other in their ears, I would have those thoughts of like if they were like talking bad about me and stuff like that. And then so I would like have a rough time that time, and then little kids even younger than me or even older than me would like push me around and shove me and kick me and hit me. And then I would kind of do that at the same time back then, because I was like, usually like at the time like adults would be like, oh, if they yell at you, if they hurt you, and then like do it back to them. So I did that because at the time like adults didn't have that like common sense at the time of like giving me the best advice at the time, because they would be like, do that back to them, like have revenge, and then like do it like that back to them what they did to me. So I didn't want to do that. And then so like that was what happened in elementary school. But honestly, I got bullied like throughout the course of like wherever I went, like everywhere I went, like from camps to like school to like the prayer hall that I went to and I go to now, and like everywhere, like even in public places, every public social place, I would like get bullied everywhere. And that's what had caused my anxiety like to a higher level at the time, because I would be scared of getting bullied, and that's still my current fear, is getting bullied. Okay, and then in middle school I would like have like not a worse experience, but like it was different because like communication at the time was not like 100% like at the time like a way for me to communicate and cooperate with others at the time, because like I have social anxiety and I have like really bad anxiety, which I may have told you guys before, and also I'm really socially awkward if you may not know. So I'm an introvert and also an extrovert at the same time, but like I'm an extrovert like in the poetic world and like when I'm reciting poetry, but then I'm an introvert when I'm like in the social like world, like in the societal world. I'm not like a social person, if you know what I mean. So that's like one of the reasons that like my anxiety tends to rise up a lot. But also in middle school at the time, I had like this one girl, like I don't want to say her name, I don't want to say anyone's name because that wouldn't be fair, but like this girl was like younger than me, and like we met like in middle school when she was new or something like that to where I live, to the school system. And like she would like, we would be like close friends, and then suddenly like towards like the like middle or beginning of like 8th grade or like 7th grade, she would start ignoring me and avoiding me, and I would constantly like multiple times I would like apologize like to her for no reason, even though I didn't do anything to her. And then I would also like constantly like say thank you to her or other people, which is a habit of mine, to like constantly multiple times like apologize and like say thank you, because I want to make sure that person has gotten my point across and has heard what I completely had said to them. So it was really complicated at the time because we didn't have good communication at the time with each other, so that was really complicated. And I kind of thought like ignoring or avoiding people at the time was like bullying, and I still honestly get like avoided and like ignored, or still feel that I get ignored and avoided by other people, like other close friends, like out of here, because I have many different kinds of friends, like from school or like from like camps that I went to in the past. So yeah, I have different kinds of friends, or like friends within my like religion, or like yeah, a lot of friends like that. So yeah, and then I would feel like avoided or like ignored by different kinds of friends, and then it would be like really complicated, and I would feel like really sad. And then at the time I would just not know how to handle it. I have no answers on how to handle them, so it was like really difficult. But then in high school it kind of got a little worse, because like I'll tell you this one story I've always remembered, and I still remember, like in 9th grade, okay, for example, I had shared a locker with this girl, and then like this other girls, like 2 girls, and they were kind of like bullying me at the time. And then like it was crazy because like one of them had forced me, or 2 of them had forced me to like share locker with them, which was crazy, and I was like fine, whatever. And then I didn't want to do that because it was not even allowed to share locker at the time with anyone, but I had to because I had no choice and I was forced to. But then even worse, what happened was like on September 20th 2013, oh my god, I still remember the date. Oh wow. Okay, so on that day, it was Friday, I think, I got a random letter in my locker, and it was from like random people. It didn't have any names or whatever, whoever. It just said, "Dear Zohra, you are so clingy, whatever, you force people to hang out, we don't want to be your friends anymore, sincerely your best friends." And I don't know why I would say sincerely your best friends when it was by those people or those friends that told me that they didn't want to be my friends anymore. But honestly, I know I'm clingy and I get that a lot, but that's not a way to put it in a letter and like insult someone like that. And then also saying that I force people to hang out, that's not true. Like forcing people to hang out, I would never force anyone to do anything like that. But I was just really crying that day, and then I like literally was really sad at the time. It had even brought me to the point where like I was about to give up my life, or like give up not entirely my life, but like give up about like the whole thing about going to school. Like I wanted to drop out of school, or I didn't want to come to school anymore because I was feeling bullied. And that is bullying, like insulting and bullying someone in a letter, saying like true or untrue stuff about them. That is bullying. So it was crazy. And then that time it was like really hard for me because like my grades had came down to the point I was failing some or all of my classes, so I was not doing well in school either when that happened. And then also this other girl that I had met in like a club or whatever, like she was like doing the same thing as that girl did in 8th grade, where she was like avoiding me, ignoring me as well, and she was like saying like, it's not you, it's me, I have to take care of my health. Like, what does your health have to do with me? So I was like, that's not right, like that's messed up, like your health has nothing to do with me, I did not affect your health. So she was like putting the blame on me and was saying like I should not be your friend anymore. And every time we saw each other in the hallway at school, and when I was in 9th grade, and she was a senior at the time, so she had ADHD, and when she had ADHD I didn't mind because I accept people for what they are no matter what disability they have. So like it was really hard to be friends with her, you know what I mean? Because she had really a high level ADHD. Just like anxiety, there's a really like higher or lower level of ADHD. So like she was treating me different. So it was hard to be friends with her because like she was always like avoiding me and ignoring me. And then it was hard to be her friend. I was like, I had to let her go. It's hard for me to let go of people. I know people come and go, but like for me, it's just always hard to cope with that kind of thing, like being ignored or avoided or like even bullied. So it's hard. And then also like throughout the years, in my other high school years, I have gotten mostly ignored and bullied and mostly threatened too. So that's like, that was really crazy. And I've just basically had a lot of things, like going through like physical bullying and like verbal bullying. Where, like I had a friend who was like in one of my classes in junior year, I'm not going to say her name as well, but she was like saying like I had bad breath like when we were playing this game, and I got really like upset because I was like, I know she was joking at the same time. I was like, I take jokes seriously, and everyone that knows me knows that about me, that I take jokes really seriously. So like she was like saying like I had bad breath in front of her friends, and then she was saying like don't embarrass me in front of her friends, and I was speaking up for myself. I was like, you know, don't say that because you shouldn't have said that. And then she was like, well, don't embarrass me in front of my friends. And I was like, what? I never embarrassed you in front of your friends. And I started crying, and I was like having kind of like a little panic because I was like really anxious at the time. And then so I went to go get water, and then when I came back to get my stuff, and then she was like, I didn't do anything. I was like, in my mind I was like, yeah, you did. And then she was like, no, I didn't. And I was like, yeah, you did. And it was really hurtful and painful, so I got really emotional at the time, and I was like, I usually do. So, and then we figured it out, and then we made up a couple and stuff like that.